3, 2, 1.
The link down below has been replaced, but I still urge you to head to the link below, educate yourself, and consider supporting Ukraine financially. All the sources down there have been vetted. Your money will go to the right place. So we lost the fuel tank for the Too Smart, and its impactor leg, and the surface scanner. But we're on lathe. I think we're missing a section of the ladder as well, but Jofke can fix that. So I guess that's the decision that Jofke is gonna be the first one to step foot on this place. We're here. We're on lathe. We're on a mountain on lathe somewhere. There's a geyser over there, I think. Yeah, dude, that's a geyser. We're gonna have to check that out, obviously. Sliding at 0.2 meters per second, but it's nothing that time acceleration won't. Actually, time acceleration didn't even acknowledge it. Okay, I'll take it. Jeez. That's way better than I thought it was gonna be. I thought we were gonna slide off a cliff straight into the ocean, which would have been absolutely awful. We are gonna go to the ocean, though. Roderick is approximately 83 kilometers that way, but we're not gonna walk over to Roderick. Plus, Roderick's at the top of a mountain, so that would be horrifying. Alright, we no longer need this landing guidance. Quick word about our timetables real quick. Pegasus will arrive in 75 days. 75 days. We were 75 days ahead of our ride home. Alright, Jofke, let's just get it on. Let's just go. So, Lathe's atmosphere is pure oxygen, but at oxygen levels of this magnitude, it'd be pure poison. Like, Earth's atmosphere is mostly nitrogen, but it's like 21% oxygen, and I see you're doing this again. Okay. I guess we're gonna headbutt the surface, as it were. That's great. Take one of the ladders that we ripped off the yeah. Try to make sure this extends in the correct direction. It did not. Okay. So the little stubby bits have to face the other way. Now extend the ladder. It is actually quite close to the surface. This might be enough. Oh yeah, yeah. More than enough. More than enough ladder. Alright. Ground looks very rocky from where I'm looking. There. We've just head-butted the planet. We've head-butted the planet. Oh, nice landing, Jofke. Look at you, Mr. Show-Off, who's been everywhere. I mean, we're here. We made it. Jeez. Give me an EVA report. Place seems nice and comfortable. So comfortable you feel like taking your helmet off. Check the box on your report for looks breathable. Really? What? Wait. What? No. What? What? I need to get an atmosphere analyzer up, like, right now. Right now. Kima, I need you out here, like, now. Friggin' Jofke just took his helmet off, and I'm not sure that should be possible. Don't fall off the ladder, either. I need you to not do that. Would you... Okay, would you... Fine. Fine, this is fine. It's just, this is, Yeah, okay. When Kerbal Space Program 2 rolls around, Lathe City absolutely confirmed. Alright. Lathe has an atmosphere thick enough and warm enough to support liquid water on its surface. The atmosphere has a mass approximately 2.4 times 10 to the power of 16 kilograms, a sea level pressure of 60.795 kilopascals, or 0.6 atmospheres, and a depth of 50,000 meters. Compared to the atmosphere of Kerbin, Lathe's atmosphere has half the mass and 3/5 the surface pressure. The sea level pressure on Lathe is equivalent to that of an altitude of 3,287 meters on Kerbin. The atmosphere contains oxygen, can support combustion, and is breathable by Kerbals. Lathe is the only moon in the game that has an atmosphere. Take them off. Nobody's looking. Okay, shows what I know. Absolutely shows what I know. Alright, I will take the bullet on this one. I was absolutely wrong. Wow. Okay. Jeb. Before you come down, go ahead and grab, all of this stuff. Log the seismic data for me. Oh, it can only be controlled by a scientist. Kima, I need you up here as soon as possible. Here, drop that off. Thank you. According to Viper, Titan's atmosphere contains stuff like, cyanogen and cyanic acid, which are really toxic. Well, yeah, this isn't Titan, though. Lathe has no analog to our real solar system. I want to try parachuting off my lander. We brought parachutes. For once, they're actually useful. Jeb? You can go ahead and, yeah. Take the neck ring off, too. Jeez. This is not what I expected to be doing today. Taking helmets off and worrying about any alien diseases that they might catch. EVA report with helmet off? It's the same report. Alright, surface samples? The soil samples contain traces of salt. You wonder if it has blown here, or if this area was once underwater. You know, that is entirely possible. There is a massive impact-looking formation of islands which looks like it had a catastrophic impact somewhere in the middle. It's somewhere over here on the night side of the planet. That is actually it, somewhere over here. And it actually kind of looks like there might have been some cataclysmic event here that may have created a giant crater to lower the sea level to the point where we can stand here. Jetpack time. Can we fly here? That's a big no. Okay. Gravity here is quite high. Much higher than I thought it would be, honestly. Alright, anyway, Kima, I need you, up the ladder. Or we could do it from the rover. You know what? Yeah, let's do it from the rover. Jofke, however, I need him up the ladder. We gotta fix our antenna. That is important. We should do that right now, actually. But first, we'll go ahead and give me something light, will ya? We need to free up an inventory space because we completely filled it up. What direction is this thing sliding? Looking at the... Alright, we'll set it up uphill from the lander. The average molecular weight of Layth's air is 28.9644 G/mol, and its adiabatic index is 1.40. These values suggest a composition very similar to Kerbin and to Earth, likely nitrogen and oxygen. Well, that one piece of fan art that I saw one time about Layth's atmosphere being toxic is now completely out the window. Shows what they know. Alright, Jofke, I need you up the ladder. If we're gonna fix the antenna relay, we have repair kits in the capsule. You know what this means, right? We could have, like, actually headbutted the surface with an actual head. Well, the air's a little bit thin here, but... Oh boy. You okay? That's a big no. He's very crooked. This could go wrong at any second, but let's keep going. There is a point where we should have stopped, and we've clearly passed it, but let's keep going and see what happens. Because I really, really need that antenna fixed. It's probably gonna take all four, Jofke. 2, actually. Alright, extend the antenna. See if you could get inside, please. Thank you. We have signal. Okay. Finally, we can call Kerbin and give them the good news that we are not dead. Okay. Now the next terrifying part of this mission. I have no idea how we're going to reorient the rover without fuel. So let's see what happens. Of course, it landed upside down. Why wouldn't it? Okay. There are times, once a year, where I get to use my veto. This is one of them. Cheats. Infinite propellant. purely for the sake of flipping the rover back. Okay. That didn't work. Okay. It has no fuel tanks with which to flip it over. So we'll have to do it like this. Kima, I need you to figure out how to flip this thing over. Don't worry, it's not that heavy. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, you are actually doing that. Okay, you actually did that. Acceptable. Okay, can you raise its antenna while you're at it? The antenna is broken. It must have snapped off when we entered Atmo. Javki, you have the repair kits, yes? Yes. Actually, he has the spare jetpack, but... Can you bring those repair kits down, please? You literally don't need that helmet. We have confirmed this. You can take the neck ring off, too. The dang neck ring that's always cutting into their neck. Some fucking room to breathe. The atmosphere around here would be like standing at the top of a mountain. Rather thin, but not terrible. You could live here. You could build a house here. Alright, just get that antenna up. Extend it. Alright, let's see if the rover's getting signal. It is getting command signals, so we can have it extend the legs. And by legs, I of course mean wheels. Alright, control from there, and hit your brakes because you're ramming right into Javki. Next order of business is we need to reorient that arm, which we cannot. So we'll have to do the same thing we did on Tylo, and just have one seat way off to the side. Just as soon as I figure out which frickin' key it is. Give me no snapping. That's good. There's more room on this side if we can just find a spot. Good. With that, we can have Kima give it a bit of a drive. Can we grab the thermoelectric generators off the yeah, probably. First I'll see how good the batteries are on this thing, and then we'll go from there. Almost entered the seat we weren't supposed to sit in. Alright. Let's see how she rolls. Alright, yeah, she's definitely gonna need a bit more power, so we'll, I think we could get away with, plugging in a few RTGs onto this thing. Pressure data. Pressure here seems to be a bit below that of Kerbin, but definitely at a manageable level. Temperature. Alright, what actually is the temperature here? 206 Kelvin. I don't know Kelvin. Let's do Kelvin to Fahrenheit. 201 Kelvin is... -100 Fahrenheit? Okay, you should probably not have your helmet off. What is that in Celsius? -72, actually. So it is actually ridiculously cold here. Insanely so. Hold up. It's having a struggle. There it goes. Okay. The seismic data. Tidal forces appear to be churning the interior of the moon. This place has tides? Probably from Joule or something. Alright, gravity data. And the mystery goo. You observe the goo. Man, it never does anything exciting. We never get anything good out of that experiment. Chufkey. Where is the freezing temperature of salt water? The freezing temperature of salt water is about 28.4 degrees Fahrenheit, which is basically -1 Celsius. Well, we don't know what's in the oceans of Lathe, not until we get down there and collect samples. You know what? Since parts have fallen off the rover, we can do this. There's plenty of space on the back there. Rover drives pretty good here, too. It's very comfortable. Alright, well, the arm is too heavy for us to rip off of the rover, so that is something to note for the Eve mission as well. If we want to keep placing it forward like that, we're gonna have to either... We've got to move the rover higher up on its mounting. Like, this is getting ridiculous. Wait a minute. It was fine a second ago. Oh, God. Okay, they're too heavy. Which probably means we can't get the RTGs off either. Alright, just keep moving parts, then. Great. Well, now the rover is gonna have to take breaks. Alright. I'm gonna set up camp, and then we'll be back, but first... Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin's ascent knocked the crap out of their flag, so I figure we should put it here. Further away from the rocket engine. Yep. That's Lathe. Alrighty, camp is set up. It's over there. I think we've slid downhill a little bit. I've made some modifications to the Too Smart. We actually did manage to get the trunk off. It decided to be nice for some reason. And we were also able to attach a radioisotope thermoelectric generator to the rover. Now, another thing that I've gone ahead and done is taken the front seat and moved it to the back so that Kima can ride along on the back of the rover while Jovki drives, who still has his helmet on for some reason, because it puts the helmet back on every time I leave the game. This is day 2 of our Lathe excursion. I was looking through the sky trying to spot any of the other moons, because, like, this is actually the innermost moon of Jewel. Everything else would be in our sky, at least. I hope. We might actually be able to spot the really tiny ones. I don't know. I don't know how long a day is on this planet either. Let's just see if the arm actually works. Now, supposedly this one is grabbable by a Kerbal, but we're gonna give it a scan. This'll move. No, we did not. Here, hang on. Put the brakes on and everything. It's the sliding. It's obviously just being really difficult about it. Now, I don't know if this is enough electricity. God damn it! Why? Stupid car! Hit the fucking... Put the brakes up to 100%. 200% on the brakes. Traction control up to 5. Both wheels. Uses a bit more power when we move, but it should hold the rover steady while we actually run some scans. Okay, we're charged. Traction control. Awfully close to this thing, look at that. Ah, that's better. Lathe stone is very similar to the types we see on Kerbin. Strangely, those similarities actually seem to excite our scientists about the possibilities. They really need to get out more. Alright, bring the traction control down to 5 again. Is it the brakes? Hang on. It's the brakes that are using up the power. Alright, now, I also spotted out... Yeah, there it is. There's a geyser way, way, way out there. It's a little bit of a drive, so... We're gonna... hit the cruise control on this thing, get us up to a speed of about 5. Why are you lowering your speed? 10? Man. Are you controlling it from the correct... Fucking... Stop! Hit the brakes, please. Okay, now we're moving. I have no idea what that was. Alright, now set the speed control to about 5. And we're on our way. Five meters per second is good, especially for this environment. The rover hugs the ground very nicely here. It's like Tylo all over again. Maybe a little better than Tylo, actually. We're sitting on about 0.7 Gs. 7.8, oh, just under 8 Gs on this moon. There's another rock there. Let me see if I could zoom in and... It's the same kind of rock. There are 3 surface features to find out here. That geyser is quite a drive, isn't it? Oh boy. Alright. We'll go ahead and pause the recording and bring it back when we either hit the geyser or we hit the other kind of rock. Whichever comes first. Hang on. I think I already spotted it. Is that it? It's kind of gray. We're gonna go for the geyser. Okay, we're back. This just kind of popped up over the horizon. I didn't even see it until it, like, appeared. We're still nowhere near the geyser. It's only, like, 4-ish minutes later? I don't know. I was settling in to turn on an episode of anime or something. Just let this drive for a little bit. Alright. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this is a scannable rock, or if it's just, you know, the regular go straight through it kind of terrain scatter. You know the type. There we go. Hit the traction control. There we go. We're still sliding. Is that better? No. Hit the time acceleration. We need to charge the batteries anyway. Alright. No target in range. Still no target. So this is a yeah, alright. This is just part of the terrain scatter. Okay, moving on. Okay, we've arrived. Look at this thing. Look at this awesome looking thing. Now that's a geyser. We saw ice geysers on Val, but this is like... This might actually be liquid water. I'm not sure. Can we climb it? Not sure about that either. The devs probably know that we want to climb it. Traction control. Brakes. See if we can get it to stop sliding. Oh, those brakes are really, really good. Okay. Hold it there. And... Kima, can you grab the, nice dismount. Can you grab the science data out of the arm and put it in the trunk? And then we could scan the geyser. Too far below the base plate. Alright, hang on. Okay, we need to go ahead and circle around here until we find a spot to scan the thing. Here might be good. If we could stop sliding. Wait. How about there? Hold it there. And try it now. Alright. Fantastic. Much better. Car's holding steady. Ooh, that is long. Too far below the base plate. Huh. Never seen that before. One of the rarest features in the solar system. These geysers occasionally jet scalding water into Layth's atmosphere, which might be the source of the terrible smell. Interesting. Scalding, you say? Stand by. We're gonna try to climb it. I make no promises. Oh my god, he might actually make it. Alright, 1 second. Can I F5 this? It did not like me F5ing. Alright. Give it a climb. Okay, so virtual. Oh shit! That was awesome. Do it again. Hang on. Ow, shit. No. Where's that one side you climbed up? Climb up that side again. That was awesome. Alright. I want to try this. Wait for it to throw you. Wait for it. Wait for it. It's gonna take a second. It's gonna be worth it. Finally, I get to use these things. One of our little toys. Tools, or whatever you want to call it. Oh, wait. Looks like it's getting ready to do something. It's kind of... It's thinking about it. Come on! What kind of geyser do you think this is? You think it's sulfur-based? I mean, we know that Layth's atmosphere is warm enough to support liquid water. Which means we're above the freezing point. This far from the sun, though? What kind of crazy situation did we have to... Like, what kind of crazy Goldilocks zone is that? This is gonna take a second. Okay, here we go. This looks like it's gonna do something. Hopefully. Yep, here we go. Come on. There it goes. Okay, shoot! Yeah, alright. We brought a parachute to Lathe. We might as well use it. Well, now Javki can say that he, what do you mean too cold? Kima's helmet is off. Maybe it's the altitude. I mean, what's the current temperature? What if we stand right next to the geyser? Still nothing. Alright, hang on. Climb on this thing. Check the current temperature. This is from the dunes. Do we have dunes? Display 236.28 Kelvin. Can I get Kelvin to Celsius, please? -36. Negative 37.15 degrees Celsius. For the Americans among us, that's negative 34. So honestly, truly, not that awful. I don't know what Kima's deal is. Alright. Now we got somewhat of a much longer drive ahead of us. Because we are on an island literally surrounded by water. So we're going to the beach. Okay. Been driving for about an hour and a half, and a very interesting discovery has been made. Because the temperature has risen dramatically. It is now 281 degrees Kelvin. 281.3 is about 8.15 degrees Celsius. In Fahrenheit, that's 46 degrees. It's a reasonably comfortable temperature down here at the water. I was not expecting that. So not only is, like, sea level actually warm enough to support, like, liquid water, but the temperature in the mountains drops dramatically. We've come down, I think, about 3 kilometers or so, something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Can we get a crew report out here? EVA report? From the shores. After a few long seconds of gasping and haphazardly flailing about, you manage to get used to the strange smell. You write a note on your report, breathable atmosphere, mouth only. He doesn't have a nose. Let's get the mystery goo out. You observe the goo from the shores. It's not often we cross over to a new biome. Influence of Jewel. Here, Kima. Could you hop out a second? Nice dismount. Once again, nice dismount. I was hitting the wrong keys. Okay. My bad. Alright, let's see here. Take that out. Collect the data out of that, and then restore it. Store those. We're going to want to overwrite that thing. Collected and recorded temperature data. Gravity data. I don't know. Just take it. Alright. Data, take that, and the pressure data. Pressure here seems to be a bit below that of Kerbin, but definitely at a manageable level. Alright, take that too. Store that. Yeah, it'll take pretty much all of those. Can we get a surface sample from here? Soil sample contains traces of salt. You wonder if it has blown here or if this area was once underwater. Once again, I think this whole place was at some point underwater. Anyway, let's do the golf test, apparently. As the ball arcs off into the distance, you observe the ballet of physics between the applied impulse and the body's gravity. Our scientists will rejoice at the results, and hopefully agree that the 6-iron was a great club selection. We could play golf here. It's dunes already... Oh, that's the dunes data. Alright, never mind then. Alright. Gotta get us down to the water. It's actually warm enough here. It's breathable and it's warm enough. This is so weird. This has never happened before. Like, we're marooned here for a few days, so, like, we couldn't have asked for a better planet to be marooned on for a number of days, but... This is weird. This is just bizarre. It is 46 degrees outside. We're about to hit 282. Jesus. We've gone up to 48 degrees. That's like a moderately cold fall day. We can't get much lower than this, though. We're just about at sea level. Alright. I'm gonna ease us over to the ocean. Stand by. Alright, here we are. Just about up on the ocean here. Now, I'm wondering if we can just kind of slide right on next to it and grab some samples of the water. Still considers this the shores. You can definitely hear the ocean, though. Alright. Traction control all the way up. I don't want this thing sliding into the water. Brakes at 165%. Alright, that might hold it long enough for us to see how this goes. Alright, we're going to the beach. This water is probably freezing. That's kind of jarring, isn't it? Huh. There we go. Now you're swimming. Alright, can we get a report on that? Observations about the situation. Alright. What's under here? I see a geyser over there. It looks like this is a bunch of, leftover stuff that just didn't get moved. Like, when they went to add the surface scatter, they just didn't remove this stuff. I think that's our boulder over there. The boulder we've been looking for. It looks exactly the same as the other rock. So, yeah, there actually is a dedicated swimming animation. You may want to put the helmet on. Here, come on back. This is why we're not swimming over to Roderick, even though with that 90 some odd kilometers has gone down to 65. But it's because the swim speed in this is atrocious. Alright. How much of that do we actually get to keep? Probably not a lot of it. Hang on. Let me get it into the trunk. Actually, a bunch of stuff. It did let us keep the surface sample. So we got to keep the water. What about the goo? Can we do the goo here? No, it won't let us do the goo. Well, we tried. This is the most bizarre moon we have ever visited. We're so much further from the sun, outside the Goldilocks zone. Like, just someplace that life should never be able to exist. And yet we're standing here with our helmets off. This is a really amazing little moon. I'm genuinely flabbergasted. In a good way. Like, I haven't been this excited about a landing in Kerbal Space Program in a very long time. All right, we got Lathe Boulder now. Look at that rock. Oh, that is a nice rock. Look at that. Smooth. Almost like the ocean whittled it down over an age. Look at that. That's beautiful. This is what ocean erosion does to rocks over the course of a billion years or so. Yeah, just go ahead and nudge us right up on it. Deploy the scanner. There's a geyser over there too that we'll be able to scan. It's a shore geyser. Boulder shows evidence of extensive hydrological action. It's lovely and smooth. That's what I just said. I literally just said, like, this is what millennia of erosion and ocean tides does to a rock. We have confirmed that Lathe has tides. That's not a question. It's just the most fascinating moon in the solar system. I love this place. I actually love this place. Oh, we are building Lathe City when KSP2 comes along, and I want to build it like right here, right on this little lip. That way we can look over the bay every day. Look over these 3 islands. When we were streaming, we were talking about a ferry boat to get us over to this island. Maybe say hi to Roderick. Now, obviously, that's not going to happen, but that is absolutely something to consider for the next game. I was driving over to the next rock, and the temperature has risen to 283.87. Oh my god. We're heading south, too. Like, okay, let's analyze this. The temperature might actually be really, really warm around the equator. It's nearing 284. 283.9 Kelvin. We're above 50 degrees here. That's not bad. That's sweatshirt weather. That's... Oh my god. This is insane. Absolutely insane. That, by the way, that's 10.7 degrees Celsius for our friends across the way, or literally everywhere else in the world, you know, that uses the metric system, which I do prefer, by the way. I do prefer the metric system. It's just... goddamn America. The metric system is based on universal constants. Like, 0 degrees Celsius, that's freezing point. 100 degrees is boiling point. Kilometers and the like are based on, like, the speed of light. Roughly. We're almost to this rock. Alright. Another rock. That's a good rock. Look at the size of it. We gonna be able to get samples off of that? I tell you what. Kima is gonna hit this with her pick. Good brakes on this thing. You should have seen us in transit. We had to slide all the way down a mountain. It was awful. Nice. The stone is really boring. Looks just like any old rock except from back on Kerbin. You traveled so far, experienced so much, just to look at this rock. The scientists will still love it, though. God damn right I love it. You're goddamn right I love it. Okay. I think we'll leave it off there for now. That's the Headhunter Space program this week, ladies and gentlemen. Pegasus is 73 days away. Yeah, there's going to be some time acceleration here pretty soon. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button really hard with your head. This is quickly becoming my favorite moon. I enjoy this place.
Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away with me.